Hi, welcome to another video. If you found yourself questioning your values, your path in life, or the answer to the question, who am I? You may be struggling with an identity crisis. Identity crises are often able to be resolved through some combination of self-exploration, therapy, and help from a support system. What is identity, really? Our identity is the way we define ourselves. This includes our values, our beliefs, and our personality. It also encompasses the roles we play in our society and family. Our past memories, our hopes for the future, as well as our hobbies and interests. What does a stable identity look like? To have a solid identity, we need to be able to see that we are the same person in our past as we are now, and as we will be in the future. We need to feel the same no matter what our environment. It doesn't mean that we act the same all the time. We might be moody, or act differently under stress, or depending on who we are around. We are not, for example, going to act the same around a romantic partner as we act around our parents or colleagues. And what does an identity crisis look like? If we lose our job or a loved one. If we have to move countries and leave our family behind. All these things can leave us so bereft we temporarily lose sight of ourselves. But a real identity crisis means we don't develop a solid identity as an adolescent. We then struggle with adult life. Check for these 7 factors that show you might not have a stable sense of self. 1. You change with your environment. If you work at one job and everyone is studious and quiet, you will be studious and quiet. If your next job requires you to be chatty and upbeat, it will soon seem as if you were always the social type. It's as if you were more formed by your environment than your own choices and personality. 2. Relationships mold you. You will convince yourself that what they like is what you really like. But you just didn't know it. Even if you have just gone from wearing black and listening to classical to wearing cowboy boots and listening to country. And if your partner doesn't like things, you'll give them up, down to changing your friends sometimes. It's easier to be what they want than admit to your identity crisis. 3. You often have radical shifts in your opinion. This can include big things like political and religious beliefs. Or just your opinion on popular culture and things like food and fashion. You might even find you change your mind from day to day and never know what you'll agree with next. Whether you realize it or not, you will be changing your opinion to please others and find acceptance. 4. You don't like being asked about yourself. It makes you uncomfortable when people ask too many questions about yourself. Perhaps you have developed good tactics for avoiding this, like changing the subject, or turning questions around onto the other person, then just agreeing with them. 5. Your identity crisis means you get bored easily. At the heart of not having an identity is often a restlessness, as if you are afraid to settle down, in case you commit to the wrong thing that makes your life worse instead of better. The truth is that as much as you want to know who you are, there is a fear of knowing, too. 6. Your relationships don't run deep. If you aren't sure who you are, you can have a fear that others will find out that you are actually nothing much, and then not like you. So there can be a lot of self-protection going on that prevents real connection with others, even if you tend to attract a lot of friends, and are often in a relationship. You will likely suffer a fear of intimacy. You might also have troubles holding on to a relationship or social circle for too long, or find you hang around with people who control you and tell you what to do. 7. Deep down you don't trust yourself. If you don't know who you are, and you have surprised yourself in the past with your own quick decisions and sudden changes of opinion, you can feel that you can't even trust yourself. Finally, identity issues aren't uncommon. And sometimes, it feels like that existential crisis is looming. We might feel the signs of an identity crisis coming on after a major life event or traumatic experience. Some might laugh it off as a midlife crisis. Young people or young adults might dismiss it as a growing pain of life. But the reality is, identity crises have a huge impact on our mental health and well-being. And at one point, we might all ask ourselves the question, who am I? Tap into your self-awareness. What about your personality development has changed? What about your identity development has changed? And in what ways can you use this crisis as an opportunity for growth and development? Thank you for watching. Love you all.